Hi everyone, welcome to ETS. I'm Donna Lopez, and this is your channeled message for February 26th through to the 3rd. I'm having to look at a couple different locations since my calendar doesn't go all the way through into March. Wow, March already, okay. All right, so let's look at the 26th through to the 28th. And for those of you that are new, I look at my calendar here, but I'm also looking a little bit this way today. Otherwise, I'm just connecting in. I'm getting the information as I'm giving the video. So let's take a look. All right, the first thing I'm hearing for the 26th through to the 28th is you don't need to defend yourself. Or I'm hearing, I don't need to defend myself. So I feel like you're being reminded that you don't need to defend your beliefs, your thought processes, or who you are and how you are. I'm sorry. There. This over here. And I'm also, why? I'm hearing, and don't believe everything you hear. And I hear fear control. So I feel like there will be some, maybe some stirring the pot of somebody trying to question or stirring the fear up. Maybe collectively, we're all familiar with that at this point by now, right? So pull your energy back, pull those plugs back in and plug it up here where it belongs, all right? Don't feed into the mess. I also feel that some of you, I'm seeing you leaving a friend to go help another friend, but I feel like it's temporary. It's or you're just leaving your home to go help somebody else, but I see you kind of leaving where you're at and going someplace else to help somebody else. I feel like just a 3-day window around that, and it'll be right in that beginning time. All right, wow. They're saying collectively we need to change. And boy, they're really coming in powerful right now. They're saying breadwinner, and they're taking a loaf of bread and having you bite it off, and they're going, remember who's feeding you. So I feel this wanting to communicate all over the place is a little distracting. And they're just wanting you to know where your food comes from, where your spiritual food comes from. Because if you're fed that way, you will be able to move forward in a clear fashion. For some of you others, and I want to say for some of you others, they're already moving into 28th, 29th now, which is Friday, Saturday still. They're talking about having your wings clipped. I'm seeing a butterfly, but I'm seeing wings clipped so that it's almost like you're going to want to do something, or you already do it. And they're going, well, we know you know how to do it, but we want to walk you through our process, or we want to walk through the process with you. But I also feel it's going to be okay for you because it will help you be more grounded in the kind of work that you're doing. So, and I'm hearing as a facilitator also for some of you. So I also feel I think there's going to be an urge to want to take some friends with you as you go into this new learning or this new thing that you're doing. And they're saying that it's kind of too heavy to do that. All right. So only you are meant to make these new steps. You might tell a friend and that friend can go with you, or be aware of what's happening or how you're learning. But really, it's not, because you won't have all the information until you've learned it yourself. So just go in, take the guidance, take what feels comfortable, what doesn't, release it. But also know that you're growing through the process, that you are, that it's helping you to be much more grounded and I want to say more copacetic with more people. In other words, you'll be able to address things in a way with people that where you'll be able to reach a broader audience. All right, so we're going to look at the 29th, and let me look at my phone here. I'm sorry, the 28th and the 29th, which is Saturday, Sunday. All right. I feel like some of you are questioning whether or not you've been too hard on a male person in your life. I feel like you starting to come to some sort of epiphany of, I think I've been trying to make them fit in a box, or I've been trying to control them, or I've been trying to make them fit into the picture that I already had. Like, lots of times we have a picture of our reality and we just want to take our partner or a friend or a father figure, whomever, and just put it into that frame. Like, okay, I've already got everything. You just go in there and work in that system. And I feel like you're coming to an epiphany that that is not the proper way to treat anyone, and that you need to, I hear say you're sorry, and lighten up, loosen up. I see a tear coming. I feel like you'll be kind of sad that you did that to somebody else, because I don't think it was intentional, because you are just waking up to this behavior within yourself, which we're constantly waking up to different ways that we are interacting with everyone, but mostly ourselves too. How do we talk to ourselves, right? So if you're doing that to somebody else, you can bet that you are doing the same thing to yourself. And that doesn't really allow for a lot of flow, surprises, for the universe to really work for you. It is working for you, but if you get in the way and start messing with it, you really throw things off track. In other words, things could flower much fuller, much easier, in a much more surprising way. All right. So let's see here. Yes. Okay. We're going to look at, I'm sorry, that was the 29th and the 1st of March, not the wrong calendar. Okay. So that was the 28th. I'm sorry, 29th and the 1st of March. Let's do that again, right? Okay. We're going to look at Monday and Tuesday, the 2nd and the 3rd of March. I hear don't blame me. And I hear don't believe it. So first of all, I'm getting the hit, then don't be defensive yourself. So if you're the one that's saying don't blame me, they're saying don't be defensive. And don't tell somebody what to believe, what not to believe. Let people process information. If they want to blame you for a while, it's okay. They'll work it out. And sometimes it takes quite a while. Ask any parent and they'll tell you that. It takes a while for your kids to grow up and say I was wrong, or I'm sorry, or now I see things differently, because they're older, wiser, and they have more life under their belt. All right, let's see. 2nd and 3rd of March. All right, for some of you, I feel like you're saying, well, I'm only going at a snail's pace. And then for others of you, I feel like you are going at a snail's pace, but you're very happy. That's the pace you like to go at. You don't like to go through things really quickly. You'd rather go slow, take your time, stay alert, and learn everything that you need to learn. Interesting. I hear like I'm sorry, I see like balloons, but I feel like it's like a work anniversary or a work celebration of some sort, maybe a retirement or something. I'm just hearing that you'll relate to this, whatever it is. Yeah. All right, so let's look at the whole spectrum from the 26th through to the 3rd of March, 26th of February to the 3rd of March. For some of you, I feel like you have not been really connecting with the outside world, and it's like I see a headset come off and just one side, and you go, wow, okay, things are different. In other words, you're recognizing that the energy is different around you, that you don't need to block out or be in your own kind of, space, that things are cleaner, clearer, much cleaner, much clearer. I also, they're showing me, the reason I'm looking so funny is because they were showing me like a thumbprint, and I just feel like, how the thumbprint is specific to each one of us, and I feel like there's something that that you're recognizing your own uniqueness, or that how, that things that you have experienced are just they're specific and unique to you, and that you've had quite a lot of deep meaningful experiences in your life. And they're also saying to be mindful not to cut off those experiences, to say, well, in other words, we can dial in when we get sick. We can dial in when we want to leave the earth plane. We can dial in different things that we think that we're ready for based on, but I feel like this is because you're comparing what you've done in your life or seeing what you've done in your life, and you're thinking that that's as good as it gets, that there won't be anything new, different, or further. And there won't be if you line up with cutting things off. And so they're saying, stay open, stay open. Life is not done with you. They're saying actually a lot of you who have done a lot of deep, meaningful work, and this doesn't mean out saving the world. This can be saving yourself, all right? Deep, meaningful work within yourself. But that a lot of that is going to be useful and bring about the clarity. And it's like, why would you want to shut things down now when you're just getting the goods, when you're just now starting to get the good energy coming in? I'm getting really warmed up, so there's a lot of heat and a lot of healing coming in right now as I'm saying this. Okay, let's see. And I also see many of you are like plowing the land for new territory. You're going in new directions. You know what you're doing. It's like you're making the soil fertile for planting in the future, and you know what you're doing. And this is a time of work for you. So in other words, you know that later on I'll plant the seeds, but it has to be on good soil, or later on I'll do what needs to be done. But right now I'm doing the work part of it because I have a vision and I'm moving ahead with that. And I feel really good about it. Very empowering. For others of you, I feel like overall you're going to be kind of straightening out the picture you have of yourself in your life. It's like you haven't been seeing things the way they really are. Not that you're missing anything, but that more so that you've had them kind of off balance, and they're going to be balancing out a lot more for you. All right. I think that's it. So I want to say thank you. Namaste. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and I appreciate all your comments. Namaste.